Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Practical Tarot. Today's reading is yes or no and when. We have our weekly appointment with you guys to have your yes or no and when. I have an announcement. I give personal readings. You can check out the link below. It's a Ko-Fi link. And I have two choices. One through donation, any amount that you want, wish and can. And the other choice is a fixed price. So let's start. Pile number 1 with the dragonfly. Pile number 2 with the palm. Pile number 3 with a vintage rose. Pile number 5 with a lucky coin. Pile number 4 with a lucky coin. And pile number 5 with the amethyst. So take a few seconds to concentrate. You may pause the video. And let's get started with pile number 1 with the dragonfly. Let's see your reading. Yes or no and when. Let's see for pile number 1. Three of Swords, Queen of Wands, Six of Wands, Death, and Four of Wands. This is so hard. Wow, and Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay, I'm gonna say most likely no, but there are good things coming your way because we have at the end the Four of Wands. It's a no. You might like a no because let's start from the beginning. So we have the Three of Swords. So there might have been a breakup, heartache, maybe something has finished, maybe business-wise, relationship-wise, and you are standing in your power. You are reclaiming your power after that type of an ending. And then you are victorious with something. There is some type of public recognition about perhaps your work. Maybe you were right all along about a matter that you were saying to people, be careful that person, be careful that person. This is just an example. Of course, take this as resonates, take this metaphorically. And then you see that with the death, there is a new dawn coming. There is a transformation that you need to shred out the old and come in with the new. And then you are creating, with the Four of Wands, you are creating the celebration and the life that you want. Now, this is, and of course you can say, okay, this is not bad. Why is it a no? Because this is, it might take a long time. It might need changes that you haven't done yet. Maybe you are not yet in the power, maybe. I mean, if you are working with yourself and you already have done your healing and you are feeling that you are in power, I mean, who am I to take that away from you? But there is still need to take some type of an action. And with the Knight of Cups, I see you having good news. So I know that we have positive cards, but for now it is a no. Maybe the situation needs to take a different approach to become yes. And some of you, of course, you might like a no or a not yet. Maybe you are asking for something to be delayed. I mean, who knows? So let's see when. Okay, so we have a card. October. Well, we are already in the end of June, so October is not that far. It's around what? It's 3 months, 4 months. So I believe that it's a decent amount of time. So October. Thank you so much for being here. Please like and subscribe if you like my style of readings, and I will move to pile number 2. Pile number 2 with the palm. Let's see your reading. Yes or no, and when? Temperance, the Hanged One, Two of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and Four of Pentacles. Interesting. And the Hermit. I'm going to say this is very neutral. But in the end, really depends what you're asking. I think it leans towards a yes, and I'm going to explain why. First of all, if you're asking for financial security, you're going to have it. If you're asking to look inside of you and find some answers, you're going to have them. If you're asking your life to be in more balance, you're going to have it. Now, there might be a sacrifice with a hangman. There might be a little bit of time that you need to see things through a different perspective. You might juggling between choices. You might juggling between works. You might juggling between, income and expenses, and, you're into that. But I see you resting from all that. I see you having, for example, you're juggling in your finances, but you are still saving small amounts. And now it's the time that you see yourself, okay, you know what? I think I'm going to rest right now because I have saved a really good amount of money. And of course, take this metaphorically in wherever you have put your work, in whatever you are trying to do, there will be balance. Balance in your relationship, balance in your work, balance in your finances, balance with your friendships, with your studies. Maybe you already studied too much and now it is time a little bit to rest. And actually, I'm gonna say to many people, when you read, especially if you study and you are giving exams, and this is the season of giving the exams, it's crucial to take rests so the mind can have the ability to process everything in the subconscious. Never underestimate the subconscious. Many times, for example, I have noticed that I see something and I'm thinking of it and it goes into my subconscious, and after a year, without exercise, I'm capable of doing what I wanted to do without exercising. So this is the power of the subconscious. And for some reason, I don't know how and why, I have trained my subconscious to do that. And I literally don't need to work out a lot to do something. So I strongly suggest to many of you, especially if you don't have the time to exercise on something, to focus, give your attention when you're reading, and then allow the subconscious to take the information, which is unlimited. Technically, our brains can learn whole encyclopedias. It's not just the smart people. For me, the people with a lower IQ, I found them a little bit more lazy, and they can increase their intelligence by a lot, but many people are just lazy to do that. So even if you have an IQ of a 90, you can definitely, with work and effort, you can definitely go 110. Seriously, I'm serious about that because I have studied intelligence, and you can do it. Never underestimate your brain. Your brain is a whole universe. It's complex and can read a lot. So this is most likely yes, and let's see when. In a couple of days. Beautiful. In a couple of days. So, thank you so much for being here. Please like and subscribe if you like my style of readings, and I will move to pile number 3. Pile number 3 with the vintage rose. Let's see your reading. Yes or no, and when? Page of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, Temperance, Judgment, and 6 of Wands. Beautiful. At the bottom of the deck we have the 3 of Wands. So this is definitely a yes. There is a great victory. There is a great resurrection. There is balance. There is a collaboration and working together. And there is a beautiful proposal. I believe this proposal will bring you this type of collaboration. It can be also, of course, I know we have the 3 of Pentacles, but it can also be in your love life. And then you're going to balance, you're going to see how everything is just in place and you are very happy and satisfied. So you are entering a period of peace, great inner peace. And that it might spark inside of you a resurrection, like you are reinventing yourself to the level that you might create something that will get public recognition. Now, of course, you can take this metaphorically, but you can take it also literally, especially if you are a type of person that you might write in a book, creating some type of a content, and in general putting yourself out there. You might be even famous in your, not only online, but also in your community. And with the 3 of Wands, I see you having your vision taking materialized, taking life. And this is a very beautiful, productive yes. I love it. So let's see when. I really don't have a lot to say to you. And of course, if you're asking about a reconciliation with a person, you're going to have a judgment is usually very significant about reconciliation, at least with my type of energy. So let's see when. Perfect timing. Well, perfect timing, it might be for those who it might take an amount of time until you perfect your vision, until you perfect your craft. And others of you, perfect timing, of course, it can mean that there are a few things that going on without you knowing, that you cannot see right now, but there are things working towards your favor and you will know exactly, you will feel it when it's the perfect timing. So, this is what I had for you. Thank you so much for being here. Please like and subscribe if you like my style of readings, and I will move to pile number 4. Pile number 4, welcome with the lucky gold coin. Let's see your reading. Yes or no, and when? Five of Swords, King of Swords, the Emperor, Page of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. This is so interesting. Look at that. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to go with a no, even because it's the only negative card, the Five of Swords. And then we have people investigating, sending good news, balancing things out, equilibrium. I believe that the court cards here, something happened with the Five of Swords. Maybe something was stolen. Maybe someone cheated in some way. And then everybody is alerted and learning about that. So whoever tried to stab you in the back or whoever tried to cheat so it can win over you, everybody will know it and they will socially judge this person in a negative way. And I see you in the end being in your power with the Queen of Wands. You have supporters. You do have supporters, people supporting you. Perhaps there might be males or women in some type of authority, a masculine type of authority. So I see you having good news, and I see you after this bad negative energy, I see you balancing things out. And of course, you be in your power. Of course, you can be the Emperor, you can be also the King of Swords. They might also represent you. In the meaning that you are already in authority and you can use your authority and power to bring back the balance. Maybe it's balance at your job. Maybe some type of a competition stole information and now you're going to the authorities, and they gonna get what they deserve. And if it's about a love relationship, perhaps you are juggling between two people. The one is logical, might not show a lot of affection, but at least he is honest. And the other is a very powerful man, and it's up to you to choose who you are being attracted to. Maybe none of them, maybe you are a type of King of Cups. Maybe you are a different type. So really depends what you are attracted. Some people like authority and power. Some people are attracted to men like that. And some people find them, they like having someone to follow. And it's not a bad thing because while I appreciate that we need to wake up the women and the leaders inside of them and nurture them, that doesn't mean that every single woman is a natural leader. So some women are very comfortable to have, to follow a leader as long, this is the most important thing, as long the leader does good things and have good intentions. That's the whole issue with blind and sexism. That's the whole point. It wasn't that we didn't want men before women get the rights. It wasn't because we hated men. It was because certain portion of men was abusing their power, and it turns out not every single man is made up of legend and heroes and all that. It's not the human nature. Some people just have a really bad personality. And some women they are natural leaders and they needed to give the services, the good services in society. So this is what makes sense to me. It wasn't because we hate men, it wasn't because we hate leaders, it was because certain people just, it's not that they didn't do a good job, that's all. Some men simply didn't do a good job. So I personally, I am a queen also. You are a queen. There is no doubt about that. But if someone does a good job leading, yeah, sure, why not? You know? So you see, that's it. Sexism is solved. It's not about taking power from you. It's not about the negative side. It's about who is actually worth being a leader and actually doing a good job, even if it's a man or a female. So that's the thing. I really hope the Emperor is the good for you, and I really hope the King of Swords is the good for you, and it's up to you if you like those choices. And yes, you're going to have very good news. So in general, whoever wronged you, it seems a strong tendency people will act to have justice. So let's see when. When you least expect it. Beautiful. So when you least expect it, what you're asking is going to come. Usually for me, when you least expect it is just so random, and it happens within 2 month time, like 1 to 2 months, within 60 days. So yes, thank you so much for being here. Please like and subscribe if you like my style of readings, and we'll move to pile number 5. Pile number 5 with the amethyst. Let's see your reading. Yes or no, and when. Four of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Ace of Cups. Wow, and 10 of Swords. Look at that. Why? Okay. So there is definitely some type of an ending. That is for sure. But there are good things as well. I'm going to go with most likely yes, and I will explain why. I know we have the 10 of Swords, and for me, in the end, it just represents that this ending is final. That's it. But there is also the Ace of Cups. So an ending and a beginning, an emotional beginning. And rest, a lot of rest, and maybe you're going to spend a little bit time single, but enjoying your abundance. Good news, you're going to flirt. You're going to go out and flirt with people. You're going to meet people. People will pay attention to you because, you look at that, 9 of Pentacles. And you are an independent and very secure with yourself, and many type of men are very attracted to that, and of course women as well, depending on what you are and what you like. So while there is an ending, perhaps an old relationship, there is future in the dating scene, there is future for you in love, and this is why we have the Ace of Cups. You will spark the feelings of certain individual. There is new love coming to you, especially after a period of rest. But you might need, the Ten of Swords might also indicate that you need to change skin like a snake, like be completely new person, renew yourself, and allow glow up, allow to take care of yourself in whatever taking care of yourself means. Diet, exercise, maybe you want to have skincare, maybe you want to take care of your hair, maybe you want to change the color of your hair. But there is a new, strong, emotional beginning for you. For many of you, it's going to be a new, beautiful relationship that actually has feelings, that there is love in there, okay? So, yes, and I see you in the end with the Queen of Wands, stepping up in your power. You're passionate, you're creative, and everyone will see that. And very, very fiery, very energetic. Okay? So let's see when. So this is most likely a yes. I'm not going to turn this into a no just because we have the Ten of Swords. Because we have so many, and because we have the Ace of Cups. So there is new beginning. So it could be no. If you're asking about reconciliation, I would say most likely no. But, you know, most likely no, not yet. But for anything else, it's most likely yes. Not the strongest yes, there is work to be done, but it's a yes. So let's see when. Okay, in a couple of days. Nice, wow, love it. So, this is what I had for you. Thank you so much for being here. Please like and subscribe if you like my style of readings, and have a beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you and bye-bye.